It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bills and the Bears, next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Good and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And just a few years after the Bears made a big move at quarterback taking Mitchell Trubisky, they did it again this year, moving from number 20 to number 11 in the draft to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. This offense was just 26 in total yardage last year, so they needed some production. Justin Fields, 63 touchdown passes his last 2 years at Ohio State. They're expecting him to be their guy for the future.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT.
On the move to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fields on third down.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
And we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And this is dropped for a big play early that he could not secure. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. From the 35 on second down. Fields. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen finding Knox there, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen to the veteran Sanders for the Buffalo first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Madden as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Allen off the play fake. He's going to look deep down the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Second and 10.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. No score after one on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Allen going to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on first and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Now he's flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Here's Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields. And pass taken in by Newsom.
A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
To throw again on second down, Fields. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's third down.
Now Fields.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. And his pass incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Allen steps away to his left. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley there to make the grab. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line it.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showing some tough running there. A 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play.
To the air, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen to Beasley, first down, Buffalo.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 3 yards remain for second down. From midfield, here's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis.
And it's third and short. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. Oh, some strong running. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
On third and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sanders. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves.
Sanders got it for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Bass on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. From the 22, Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago. On 1st down, Fields. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On second and very short, Fields. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long distance shot before break comes up empty. But now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Mitchell Trubisky on his way out, the subject of our players' spotlight. They must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. First throw now for the backup Trubisky. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Trubisky. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On second down now, it's Moss. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Right back to Moss. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alec Ogletree. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Passing. It's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw here, Dalton. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Dancing away at the 35. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Into the hands of Bird over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And Dalton to throw. James has got it. Complete. They find some open field here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete. I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Andy Dalton throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Let's go.
Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, they'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Play action. It's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Right now.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Dalton now to pass. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Let's go.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He'll drop this down to Williams. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Throwing, Dalton. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. This will be Dalton again.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack on first down, Dalton.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jesse James there to make the grab.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, Moss whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll go again here with Moss. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll run a draw now with Moss.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So Dalton and the Bears now
down by 10, a minute 39 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Dalton. And that's caught by Williams.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown, Bears! Demir Bird, 51 yards.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. But he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.